Thank you very much. Ms. Hildreth, let's start with you, and thanks again for being with us today and sharing your work on behalf of Iowa's small businesses and your personal experience with succession planning for your own business. As the Executive Director of Calhoun County Economic Development Corporation and a small business owner yourself, you do have that firsthand knowledge on the taxes that small business owners face. Can you explain in more detail the concerns that small business owners and farmers have about capital gains taxes during the succession process?
Thank you, Senator Ernst. From my own experience, I grew up in the family farm. And when my parents passed away, my mother passed away in 1992, my father 15 years later, I inherited, along with my brothers and sisters, the family farm. What a glorious day. And my tax attorney, when I got that check, the tax attorney said to me, I'll take 25% of that and put it away because you're going to have to pay your capital gains tax. And at that time, inheritance tax at the same time. What a blow. And I questioned, my parents worked for 50 years building this farm. Every dime went back into the farm other than what we needed to live. And we did not live an extravagant lifestyle. And my father paid taxes the entire time. Property taxes, income tax, profit tax, and it's unfair, in my opinion, that when that passed along to his children, we were taxed again. In Iowa right now, the capital gains tax is 6%. But at the federal level, it's either 0%, 15%, or 20% based on your income level. So now, potentially 26% again for capital gains. It inhibits the progression of the family farm for those landowners. And I just don't want to see those family farms go away. I live in rural Iowa by choice, and that's where I want to stay. And I want my neighbors to do well. And as Economic Development Director, I see them everywhere, and everybody knows everybody in my community. And if somebody's suffering, we all know about it. And it's devastating to the environment. It's devastating to the community. My personal business, we're underground utility contractors. If you got a sewage problem, who are you going to call? You're going to call us. And that's devastating if you're in the midst of it. And we want to make sure that my company, as other essential service providers, are here to handle those details, those messy details, a lot of times for our future. It's all about our future.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Hildreth. And Mr. Schoening, thanks again for joining us. And I'm glad that you are working to support our small family-owned businesses. In 2017, we did pass the TCJA, a tax reform law that helped Main Street and the American middle class. This included doubling the death tax exemption and indexing it to inflation. These provisions are set to expire at the end of 2025. What issues do you see small business owners facing if Congress allows the reforms we made to the death tax in the TCJA to expire?
Well, if that relief expires, Senator, we can count on more family farms and businesses being in the crosshairs of the estate tax, certainly. And as you know, it's not only the estate tax exemption that expires, it's the 199A small business deduction. It's marginal tax rates across the board. It's even the standard deduction. And so this is overwhelming to think about for our business owners. And that's why we're pushing for a permanent extension of the current policy.
Okay, thank you. And I'll yield back. Thank you.